स्वागत है आपका फॉलो द ब्लूज के एक और एपिसोड में। इकलौता शो जो टीम इंडिया की हर छोटी बड़ी अपडेट्स आप तक लेकर आता है। आगे बढ़ने से पहले एक नजर डाल लेते हैं कि आज के शो में क्या है खास। शो में पूर्व हेड कोच राहुल द्रविड़ टीम इंडिया के साथ बतौर कोच अपने अनुभवों को करेंगे साझा एक एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू में।
To work with Rohit, I think in these 2.5 years, I think he was a fantastic leader. People really gravitated towards him, the team.
फिर किंग कोहली बताएंगे 15 अगस्त से उनके स्पेशल कनेक्शन के बारे में। और मेन इन ब्लूज से सुनेंगे माही के मैजिक की कहानी।
His ability to just be with the youngster and encourage him no matter what the situation of the game is and no matter what the performance of a player is.
श्रीलंका से वनडे सीरीज हारने के बाद अगली चुनौती से पहले ब्लूज फिलहाल ब्रेक पर हैं और हम एक बार फिर हाजिर हैं टीम इंडिया से जुड़ी अपडेट्स के साथ। लेजेंडरी क्रिकेटर राहुल द्रविड़ ने टीम इंडिया के साथ हेड कोच की भूमिका में अपना टेन्योर एक यादगार जीत के साथ खत्म किया। अपने लास्ट असाइनमेंट में द्रविड़ ने टीम इंडिया के साथ आईसीसी ट्रॉफी के 11 साल के इंतजार को खत्म किया। भारत ने आईसीसी टी20 वर्ल्ड कप 2024 ट्रॉफी अपने नाम की। कप्तान रोहित शर्मा की अगुवाई में मेन इन ब्लूज साउथ अफ्रीका को फाइनल में 7 रन से हराकर बने वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस और हेड कोच राहुल द्रविड़ को दिया एक यादगार फेयरवेल। अपने कोचिंग टेन्योर के मेमोरेबल पलों को याद कर लेजेंडरी राहुल द्रविड़ ने एक एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू में क्या कहा, आइए आपको सुनाते हैं।
When you lifted the trophy, the kind of roar and you're pumping your fist and all that stuff, can you just talk us through those feelings? Did it make you a complete, it gave you a complete coach feeling or something like that?
No, I think Ramesh, I think it just comes out. You don't plan these things, you don't think about these things. Of course, there is, in most times I try to keep my emotions in check as a coach where you're expected to kind of do that. But at that moment, I think it just came out. To be honest, I felt really happy for the team. I felt happy for all of those boys. I felt happy for the support staff. So many people who had worked really hard with me, along with me. And not only in that tournament, I'd been with the team for almost 2.5, 3 years. And we had come close a few times, whether it was the semi-finals of the last T20 World Cup in Australia, World Test Championship final, the final in the 50-over World Cup in India. And we were just not able to cross the line in those critical moments.
But you were moving from strength to strength, right?
We were playing better and we were playing good cricket. But, as you know, Ramesh, sometimes even in those situations you can play well. But you need a little bit of luck, you need a little bit of destiny to work, to go your way. And I think that day it was with us. In some of the other tournaments, unfortunately, it was not with us. And I think a lot of that was just happiness and relief coming out.
Your transition came from under 19, that you started coaching from under 19, you went into the senior level. What was the challenge for a coach? Because when you enter the senior team, you see so many superstars apart from you being one of the biggest icons and superstar. So what was the biggest challenge for you?
Well, I think I can't completely take all the credit for that. I think a lot of the team, I believe that teams are really led by the group of senior players, led by the captain. So I think it was a privilege to work with Rohit. I think in these 2.5 years, I think he was a fantastic leader. People really gravitated towards him, the team. And I think that makes a big difference. There were a lot of other senior players as well. Whether it was a Virat, whether it was a Bumrah, whether it was an Ashwin in Test cricket that we played. So many of them. I really don't think sometimes people just because a lot of Indian cricketers are big names and they are superstars and rightly so and they're followed by so many people. People sometimes think that they have big egos and they are very difficult to manage. But actually I think it's just the opposite. A lot of these superstars are actually very humble about their preparation. They are humble about their work ethic. And that is why they are superstars. I mean, you're seeing it in Ashwin today. Even today, at this age, he's willing to adapt, he's willing to learn. So just one example, I think these superstars, of course, at times you have to manage them, manage their bodies, manage the workload, a lot of those things. But to be honest, it was not very difficult. I had a good group of people around me. And it was a privilege and a pleasure to work with some of these guys. And I'm happy we were able to create a good environment. But a lot of the credit must go to the captain and the senior people who, to be honest with you, actually drive a team.
See, we all know that your highest point of coaching career is when you lifted the trophy. If I may ask, what was your lowest point you went through the phase and all that stuff. I'm asking this question specifically because for the aspiring coaches and the young coaches who could be watching this interview, how do you pull back? How do you bounce back from the kind of situation?
Yeah, so I think it's a really good question. If you ask me what is the lowest point, I would say that the South Africa Test series early on in my career, we won the first Test match in South Africa in Centurion, and then we were playing the second and third Test match. We have never won a series in South Africa, as you know. It was a really big opportunity for us to win that series. Some of our senior players were not there. Rohit Sharma was injured, and we didn't have some senior players in that series. But we were very close, and in both the Test matches, the second and the third Test match, in the third innings, we had a big opportunity. We could have set a decent score and won the game. But South Africa played well. They chased back in the fourth innings. So I would say that was probably my lowest point in my coaching thing, of not being able to win that series in spite of being ahead.
15 अगस्त 2024 को भारत सेलिब्रेट करेगा अपना 78वां स्वतंत्रता दिवस। रन मशीन विराट कोहली के लिए क्या हैं इस दिन के मायने, जानते हैं खुद किंग कोहली से।
Independence Day obviously is the most important day in the history of our country, especially in India, the way it's always been celebrated, and so much happening around it. I think it holds a lot of significance, and for me it's even more special because it was my father's birthday on the same day, so it used to be all the more special to be able to celebrate both occasions together. So I have a lot of fond memories of the Independence Day, and it's a day where all Indians, including myself, feel a lot of pride of what we have achieved as a nation since that very day in 1947, and where we stand today. I think it makes all of us feel very proud. We've actually played a lot on Independence Day. Off-field memories, it's all about hoisting the flag in the morning before you go for a game day, and having the national anthem being played obviously is a moment of pride again. You're running around with those flags. In Delhi there's a big culture of flying kites on 15th August, so that used to be a super special moment. We all used to prepare a lot before, the night before, getting our kites and everything ready so that we can, find a good time and go to fly kites. And I won't say it coincidence, because things are meant to be, and there used to be a perfectly windy day to enjoy that particular occasion. So those are the best memories I have, apart from playing on the field of an Independence Day, and that as I said is a very special memory in my mind.
क्रिकेट फैंस के जहन में 15 अगस्त का दिन द ग्रेट महेंद्र सिंह धोनी के इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट को अलविदा कहने के दिन के तौर पर भी दर्ज है। 2020 में इसी दिन माही ने एक सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट कर इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट से अपने रिटायरमेंट की घोषणा की थी। टीम इंडिया के सुपरस्टार्स ने माही के कौन से मैजिक टिप्स को अपनाया और क्या सीखा, जानते हैं खुद मैन इन ब्लूज से।
His understanding of the game and his understanding of handling pressure is second to none, and his tactical ability, obviously the world has seen it for so many years. His tactical brilliance as a captain. When I became captain as well, I used to discuss a lot of things with him, and the other way around as well. When I was vice captain and he was captain, I would constantly go to him with ideas, and that's why we have such a good and a mutually respectful relationship, because we both have always thought for the best thing for the team.
He's someone who can keep me sane. To be very honest, वो एक बंदा है जो I feel sometimes control कर सकते मुझे. So my question is, it's not. I think that's why sometimes I call him Mahi as well, because for me, someone who's very close to me, there is no differences, because that's how I've lived up and that's how I've lived my life. And for me, he's he's family for me. It's not like for people it might be Mahendra Singh Dhoni. For me, he's just Mahi and my sweetest. Actually, I call him my sweetheart.
I find one thing amazing about MS, right? Like you talk a lot about how MS does it. I mean, there are so many people who admire him from the distance and say good things and all that. But one thing that goes amiss is how much MS watches the game. If he is not playing, and if he is sitting in the room, and if he is chit-chatting with his players, the TV is still on and he's watching the game. But in a tournament like the IPL, right, they say MS has mastered it, CSK has mastered it, MI has mastered it. I think people in the engine room tend to watch the game and adapt on the go. I don't want to bring examples here, but I think his on-the-go adjustments of how players are playing and how fields need to be adjusted and how his bowlers need to adapt is top of the league. And that comes with the pure love for the game.
See, from my own perspective, I actually, made my World Cup debut under him, which was 2007. And since then, we've had a very long journey, played a lot of cricket together. His ability to, just be with the youngster and, encourage him, no matter what the situation of the game is and no matter what the performance of a player is. He tries to just, make sure that there is enough composure around that player. The player doesn't feel insecure, and that I think is a very, very important thing when the player just comes into the team. And even for a player who has played a lot of games, for him also, he might go through a bad patch, and then you need someone to just come around you and just pat your back and just say, hey, nothing to worry about. You've got all the ability, talent and everything. You just need to go out there and enjoy. You need that kind of backing and support from your captain, and that is what we all got when he was captain.
आज के शो में बस इतना ही। #FollowTheBlues के साथ आप अपनी राय और सुझाव हमसे सोशल मीडिया पर शेयर करना ना भूलें। हम फिर हाजिर होंगे अगले रविवार सुबह 9 बजे स्टार स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क पर।